Hello. Katie's not here today, so I'll be filling in. Good morning, it's great to be with you. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning, there's lots of work to do. Good morning to you. Hi friends, did I trick you? This is just my special eyeball puppet. See, it just fits on your finger like this, and it makes it look like your hand's talking. Well, do you know why I tricked you today? Because today is a special day. Let's look at our calendar. It's empty. Why is it empty? Because yesterday was the last day of March. January, February, March, and April. Today is the first day of April, so that means we're going to put on this number 1, and the first day of April is April Fool's Day, and that's a day when you get to play tricks on people. Just fun tricks that everyone can laugh at, and that's why I brought this special little puppet today. It is spring today, still the season of spring, and it's a little bit misty out this morning, so I'm going to put out our little rain cloud. Repeat after me. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of April, 2020. All right. Woo! So glad that we're all here together this morning. Get your fingers ready. I am happy. I am good. I am happy. I am good. Satanam, Satanam, Satanam Ji. Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Let's try it in a deep voice. I am happy. I am good. I am happy. I am good. Satanam, Satanam, Satanam Ji. Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru Ji. Let's try it in a whisper. That song makes me feel very peaceful. Let's stand up and get our bodies stretched out. Let's start at our toes. And we'll sing Morning Has Come. Ready? Morning has come, night is away. Rise with the sun and welcome the day. Let's do that 2 more times. Morning has come, night is away. Rise with the sun and welcome the day. 1 more time. Morning has come, night is away. Rise with the sun and welcome the day. All right, friends. Whew, now I'm feeling all stretched out. I thought today we'd look at some shapes together. So I have these geometric solids here. That's what these wooden shapes are called. I have this one here, this one here. All right, so let's talk about their names. Each shape has its own special name. This one, right here, you can see it's pointy on the top, has flat sides, and look at the bottom. What shape is that? A square. It's a square. This shape is called a pyramid. Can you say pyramid? Pyramid. Let's see. If I put that down, we could clap that together. Pyramid, pyramid. That's 3 claps, 3 syllables. All right, so now we know our friend, the pyramid. We'll put pyramid right here. You stay there, pyramid. All right, and then we have this shape. This shape looks like a can of soup to me. You can roll it in your hands like this. It's flat on the top, flat on the bottom. When you turn it over, what shape is that? A circle. It's a circle. This shape is called a cylinder. Can you say cylinder? Let's clap it. Cylinder. Cylinder. Oh, that has 3 syllables also. Cylinder. And then our last one. This looks like a box. What shape is that there? Its base, or its top, is what shape? A square. It's a square. And then its sides are a rectangle. But we know that squares and rectangles are flat. This is called a prism. A prism. Prism. 2 claps. Prism. Now I have some pictures, and I thought we could sort them. I'm going to show you the pictures, and you tell me what shape you see. You can just call it out right at your home or wherever you're watching this. All right, here's the first picture of a fish tank. What does that look like? Does it look like a pyramid or a prism? It looks like a prism. Okay, next picture. Batteries. What do those look like? Maybe you have some batteries at your home. Does it look like a prism or a cylinder? Our friend, the cylinder. How about, let's see, what else do I have here? Ooh, what about this interesting looking house? How unique. It does look like a pyramid. Our friend the pyramid. How about, oh, soup cans, tomato soup, and chicken noodle soup. It's a cylinder. And what about a box of cereal? Does that look like a pyramid or a prism? It looks like a prism, a rectangular prism. Let's see, what about, this will be our last one. This toy, what do you think? It is a pyramid. Pyramid, cylinder, prism. Prism, cylinder, pyramid, prism, cylinder, pyramid, all of those different things. I'll put my shapes right over here. Let's say goodbye to our friend the prism. Goodbye, prism. Oh, what about our friend cylinder? Are you going to roll away, cylinder? Woo! And last but not least, our friend the pyramid. Now, believe it or not, I even found a book called A World of Shapes. There's so many shapes in this world. I wonder at your home if you will be able to find a cylinder, or maybe a pyramid. Maybe you might find a prism. Let's see what's in this book. Maybe we'll see some of these shapes in here. The world is full of shapes. Some have special names. These are spheres. Spheres. All different types of balls are spheres. are cubes. These are rectangular prisms. We just talked about these. Bricks, dominoes, juice box, rectangular prisms. These are cylinders. I can't believe it. Once again, we're seeing a shape that we know. Cylinders. These are cones. Nope, a megaphone that this person is yelling into. And cones you see on the street, and even a tornado can be a cone shape. Wow. These are pyramids. Another shape we just learned about. Pyramids. A lot of times when people say the word pyramid, this is what they're talking about. These pyramids that are in Egypt. And Egypt is in the continent that's colored green on our globe. Africa. These are very ancient. Do you know what ancient means? Ancient means very old. People built these a long time ago, before there were any machines to help build big buildings like that. Well, your turn. A playground has lots of shapes. What shapes do you see? Can you say any of the shape names that you see? I see. What's that? Pyramid. And this tube kind of slide looks a little bit like a cylinder. And check these out right here. What about those things that you spin around? Are those kind of looks like cylinders too? What else do you see? My finger's out of the way so you can see better. Oh, what about the buildings back here? What about this big building? This looks a bit like a rectangular prism. Maybe these poles here look like cylinders. There's lots of those poles there. How interesting. Some shapes are out of this world too. What is that? Out of this world? The moon. What shape is the moon? Is it a pyramid? Is it a cylinder? Maybe it's a sphere. It's a sphere because it's kind of ball shaped. The end. And believe it or not, I have another book to share with you. We read this one at school together, but I think it is so funny, I thought we'd share it again. Because who doesn't like to laugh? And since today is April Fool's Day, it's a good day for laughing. Caps for Sale. A tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. Told and illustrated by Esfir Slobonkina. Caps for Sale. Remember, we talked about a peddler as somebody who sells stuff. Maybe they sell it outside. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had on his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. So unlike other peddlers, he wore all of the things he sold on top of his head. First his own cap, then gray, then yellow, then blue, then red. Do you see them all stacked up? Oh, and look at that. That building back there has what on top? Looks a bit like a pyramid. He walked up and down the street, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody even wanted a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he, and he walked out of town, slowly, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he, and he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. Can you stretch up tall like that and see if you can pretend like you're feeling the caps on top of your head? Make sure they're straight. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. Uh-oh. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked in back of him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray, or a brown, or a blue, or a red cap. Oh dear. What is he gonna do? The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Psst, psst, psst." So he shakes his finger at them, and then they shake their finger back at him. This made the peddler angry. He shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, "Tsit, tsit, tsit." Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Tsit, tsit, tsit." So what are the monkeys doing? They're copying him. By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and said, "Tsit, tsit, tsit." At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. Oh, he seems very frustrated. But then each monkey pulled off his cap. Oh, they're still copying him. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. They copied what he did. What did he do? He took off his cap and threw it on the ground. He was so mad. And they copied him, and they did the same thing. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end. Those silly monkeys. Do you think they were playing a trick on him for April Fools? Who knows? All right, let us stand up. And we'll sing a song and do some movement that I know you already know. Ready? A sailor went to sea, to see what she could see, but all that she could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. A sailor went to chop, to see what she could chop, but all that she could chop was the bottom of the deep blue chop. A sailor went to knee, to see what she could knee, but all that she could knee was the bottom of the deep blue knee. A sailor went to tap, to see what she could tap, but all that she could tap was the bottom of the deep blue tap. A sailor went to ooh-ah-chee-wah to see what she could ooh-ah-chee-wah, but all that she could ooh-ah-chee-wah was the bottom of the deep blue ooh-ah-chee-wah. Now let's try all of them. Ready? A sailor went to see chop, knee, tap, ooh-ah-chee-wah to see what she could see chop, knee, tap, ooh-ah-chee-wah, but all that she could see chop, knee, tap, ooh-ah-chee-wah. Ready? Let's go fast. Was the bottom of the deep blue sea chop, knee, tap, ooh-ah-chee-wah. Whew, that was quick. All right. Now that we've learned about some shapes, read some books, sang some songs, stretched our bodies out, it's now time for us to find our peace by smelling a flower and pulling out a candle. Let's see if we can do 3 snake breaths. That's when we smell a flower and then like a snake. Let's see if we can do it. Ready? We'll do 3. I'll hold my fingers up. Well, my friends, I'll bring my puppet friend back. Hi, puppet. Hello. Did you have a good April Fool's Day? So far, so good. Goodbye, everybody.